We have 91 registered political parties in Nigeria going into the 2019 general elections. Will they put up a good fight? My name is Isabella Akinseye, and Politico Politica starts right now.
The Nigeria of the future is for dreamers like me.
I belong to everybody and I belong to nobody.
Our local government areas must become special economic zones.
I hope to disrupt the politics of failure.
There will be no sacred cow.
Dissolve all the congresses, dissolve the convention, and start all over again.
Mr. President, my people are under siege.
Leadership is not about the position you hold.
You can't shut down your shop and be chasing criminals.
If you allow criminals, there will be no shop.
Find ways to fix your judiciary.
That's what say I.
And most importantly, fix the mind of the people.
The party must do what is right.
Nigeria suffered from a state of economic radiculopathy, social sciatica, and political dystopia.
Welcome back to Politico Politica with me, your host, Isabella Akinseye. Let's meet our guest. He is the team lead and chief executive officer of Datis Consult. He is a certified business operations professional with over 20 years experience in strategically managing business operations and overhauling the customer service processes for leading banks within Nigeria and Gambia. He has held several leadership roles in the banking industry in and outside Nigeria, such as Country Operations Officer, Gambia, Zonal Head Operations Southeast, Regional Branch Service Head West, Regional Customer Service Manager North, and Customer Service Manager in different branches in Lagos. He is an expert in operations and customer service and has facilitated several trainings, workshops, seminars, and recruitment processes. He is the Action Democratic Party candidate representing Amuwo Odofin Constituency 1 in the Lagos State House of Assembly elections. He is Jide Ijimakinwa. Jide, welcome to Politico Politica.
Thank you.
So our topic today is the new opposition. In Nigeria, we have 91 registered political parties. Do you feel this is the view or this is the future of the new opposition?
Well, personally, I feel Nigeria is evolving. Nigeria has got to a stage whereby everybody now knows that his vote counts, his vote can change things. So the opposition, seeing what the present government has done, feels that if they go into politics, they are able to make their vote count and probably even unseat the present government. That's why we have so many opposition parties right now. And I think that's why we have people coming out.
So 91 political parties, is it a thing of quantity instead of quality? Or do you see a coalition of these parties coming together to unseat the ruling party?
In an ideal political scene, not all the 91 is out to make the necessary impact. Some of them are there because they want an avenue, like you said, to be able to join hands together and unseat the ruling party or the more popular parties. And basically, the feeling is that if I can muster the kind of strength I have, then we can have a coalition of then we have a stronger hold to be able to unseat the ruling party.
You already touched on my next question, which is the role of the new opposition. You mentioned that some of these parties are there to unseat the ruling party, but some of these other parties, why are they there?
Most of them are there because they want to make the number. Some of them are there because of exigencies of the time. Take, for instance, Shore's party. Shore and I were union activists in University of Lagos, and we've had some discussions, and he told me, Chief, Nigeria can't continue like this. We have old brigades running the party. We have people in Lagos under a particular stronghold. One person ruling, dictating whatever is going to happen in a country where we have intellect, in a country where we have various diverse strengths all over, and we have just one person determining who runs. It's not done in modern day democracy. If I'm going to go to use his quote, he said, we are in a digital world and we are still running everything as if it's analog. So most of these parties are out because of what they feel they can do, their contribution to making Nigeria better.
So these political parties, the new opposition, are they based on personal interest or is it more on political ideologies?
I speak for ADP. ADP is based on ideology. If you look at United States, for instance, you have the Republicans and the Democrats. ADP will fall categorically in Democrats. Our own party is looking at a situation whereby we can make life better and easier for the populace. Some other parties are based on personal vendetta. Some other parties are based on what they feel can change, how they feel they can change the economy. But most parties are arranged along the line of ideologies.
Okay, so do you think these new political parties, the 90 parties, really stand a chance? Do they have the structures in place to really put up a good opposition?
Personally, no. I doubt. If a party like APC has bulk votes everywhere, a party like PDP has to find a way of having the coalition to come together before they can make the necessary impact in the next election.
So how will you rate the new opposition?
The new opposition will fight. We have a good chance if everybody comes together to put a good showing in the election, especially if we get our acts together and our strategies together. We should be able to unseat the ruling party.
Thank you, Jide, for your contributions on our topic of the day.
Thank you very much.
Over to you, our viewers. We want to hear from you. What are your views when it comes to the new opposition? Tweet at PP with Isabella and make sure you use the hashtag Politico Politica. And you can also follow us on our social media platforms on Instagram and Facebook. The handle to follow is Politico Politica. The show returns shortly. Do stay with us.
Politico Politica. Politics for everyone.
Welcome back to Politico Politica with me, your host, Isabella Akinseye. Before the break, we discussed new opposition, but now it's time for our politics and more segment where our guest, Jide Ijimakinwa, will be telling us about his journey into politics. So Jide, how did it all start, your political journey?
Political journey started from University of Lagos. There I was an undergraduate, Faculty of Science. Normal faculty elections, I was the vice president of my association. Then I felt there was more to give to the society. I went into what we call hall politics. In 1993, I was hall chairman of Jaja Hall. And being a hall chairman, you need to be able to galvanize the whole student populace in the hall to meet some particular needs in the hall. Whatever the needs of the people were the things we sorted out. The hall chairman represents the people, the occupants or the students in a particular hall. I was hall chair of Jaja Hall, so I will represent Jaja Hall members in the parliament, whatsoever the parliament decides.
So it started in your university days.
Correct.
What political ideologies have guided you since then?
Politics has to be what we call a servant leader ideology. A servant leader ideology is an ideology where you don't show yourself to be more than every other person. You bring yourself to a level whereby you're able to relate with everybody. They just elected you to be their spokesman. So you have to be able to relate with the cult member, relate with the man in the faculty, the man that feels he knows it all. You relate with those on the ground, on the lower level. You relate with the traders. You relate with
So you're accessible across board?
Correct.
Okay, now why did you choose to contest under the Action Democratic Party?
Early this year, I looked at the various parties and I felt things were not right. Most of us that went to school, most of us that graduated from various universities, most of us that have gone out of the country, we see how things are wrong. And I felt I can't sit down and watch Nigeria decay the way it is going. I looked at the ruling party, I found a lot of faults in what they are doing. I looked at PDP, I didn't see where I would fit into PDP's ideology. Basically, not straight as far as I'm concerned. So I looked for a party. I went to ADC, checked everything online before I decided to settle down on ADP. I actually walked into the headquarters in Lagos, in Maryland, and I just told them I wanted to be a member of this party. I believe in what your party is doing, and I want to be a member. My initial plan was to sit down, be a member, watch the party, watch the ideologies till 2023 before I run. But when we looked at everything happening, I felt there was a chance for me to run here this year and also make an impact. Why wait to 2023 when you can do it now?
Being a member of this party, do you have anybody, maybe a godfather there, or people that guide you, or leaders, political people that have influenced your journey so far?
I hate the idea of godfatherism. The party has a very, very flat structure. We know each other, we debate issues, we come around, argue issues out on what we should do. Everybody has a say. It's not like some other parties where somebody speaks and everybody follows like let me not use the wrong word. But you have somebody that gives a free flow. You speak, you give your contribution, you discuss, and you discuss things that are credible. And that's why I decided to join the party. You see, like I said, I've looked at every other party. You are not free to do things. You don't have your mind, you cannot talk freely. And I don't believe nowadays politics you should be caged. They should tell you that you can't contest now, somebody is next in line, you have to wait for 5 years, this person has to run for 2 years. Why? Because he's anointed, there's a godfather somewhere, there's somebody bankrolling his campaign. My campaign is being bankrolled by my friends, my old students, bankrolled by people, 500 naira, 200 naira, 1,000 naira. That's the way politics. If you look at Barack Obama, the same way, $1, $2, unlike the other, the norm before, where you have lobbyists that be carrying about 1 billion, 2 billion, and they start dictating to you when you get into office what you should do. This is the kind of change we're talking about.
So my final question will be, given your professional background, do you aim to continue doing politics and business, or is it now politics all the way? I definitely can't live on politics. That's what we're trying to change. Some people have entrenched their life on politics and politics alone. I have my own business. If I finish my term, run my term properly, show them that it's possible for Amuwo Odofin indigenes to have the best of life, and my time is finished, when I go back to my business. I have somebody running it for me right now, and it's doing a good job. I just keep an eye on it from time to time, check back to base. Some people are there because they want to die in it. That's the only thing they live for. That's where they make all the monies in their life. So that's why they can kill, they can do one manner of rubbish because of politics. And we need to change that in Nigeria. Okay, would love to hear more about your plans if given the mandate, and that will be during our Project Lagos segment. We'll take a quick breather on Politico Politica, but don't go anywhere because Project Lagos segment comes up after this break.
Politico Politica. Politics for everyone.
Welcome back to Politico Politica with me, your host, Isabella Akinseye. It's now time for our Project Lagos segment. So Jide, how would you rate your constituency, Amuwo Odofin constituency 1, in terms of progress and development?
Well, Amuwo Odofin is comprising of Amuwo Odofin, the housing estate. We have Crystal Estate. We have a lot of estates that have developed over the area, and Festac. And if you take a good overview of Festac town, and if you ever lived there for the last 20, 30 years, you will notice that things are degrading. As far as I'm concerned, when we came into Amuwo Odofin in '82, were lightings. The roads were okay. The waters were okay. Basic amenities we had then were very, very good, were very much in place. We had sports facilities available. But if you go there right now, you will see that these things are practically gone. If you enter Amuwo Odofin around 6 o'clock, it's as if you're entering a shrine. Place is dark, you have to put your lights on. So you find out it gives an avenue for miscreants to perpetrate whatever they want to do. And we know that when we get there, we'll be able to change one or two things within the short period of time that will be there.
So how are you engaging with your constituents to really find out what they need in their communities?
When we started this project, we went around the constituency. We met with market women, we met with church leaders, we have met with religious leaders, we have met with youths, we've gone to the schools, we've seen the records in the schools, we went to the hospital, the only one center that is available there. We've seen what is there. We asked them what are their needs. And we found out that the needs are basic things. They don't need too much, just basic things to make them comfortable, i.e. water, i.e. good roads, i.e. lights. And I think responsible governance says that these are things that can be provided and should be provided for a community like that.
So what are some of your plans?
We have strategies in place to fix those problems. Basically, I'll be representing them in the House. We're going to raise motions that will cause us to be able to provide these amenities. And we'll try and see how we can see to get across to people within the environment. We have a shop right there. We have hotels around. If we can get them to get part of what they do, their CSR, to contribute to development of the environment, we're planning to build them a multi-purpose play court, basketball court. We're going to locate about 2 or 3 or 4 in those environments. On health issues, we're going to see how we're going to improve the health facilities in Festac, apart from the fact that we engage doctors and nurses to come from them, because some people even don't want to go to hospitals again. So we'll do missions. We'll establish missions in various locations in those, because you can establish about 4 or 5 or 6 in Amuwo, another 4 or 5 or 6 missions in Festac. We do it regularly. It could be quarterly, it could be bi-monthly, get them to address the needs.
Definitely a lot of plans, but my final question will be, how do you see the Lagos State House of Assembly as an organ of government really contributing to improving the lot of Lagosians?
My assessment is, if you tell between a scale of 1 to 100, I'll give them 60. They're working hard. Amenities have been provided. But like I told you, it could be better. It could be better if they had a free hand. As far as I'm concerned, they are being controlled and they are being guided, they are being directed on what to do. If they are freer and they are able to handle the things the way they should, I'm sure Lagosians will benefit more.
Thank you, Jide.
You're welcome.
We'll be going on a quick break on Politico Politica, but when we return, it's our light-hearted segment, the Quickfire segment. You don't want to miss that.
Politico Politica. Politics for everyone.
Welcome back to Politico Politica with me, your host, Isabella Akinseye. It's now time for the quick fire segment. It's lighthearted and fun. Jide, are you ready?
Yep.
Number 1, the first female governor will emerge in the next elections. True or false?
True.
Number 2, the party that will dominate in 2019 is?
PDP.
3, young people have what it takes to be leaders because?
They have vision.
Number 4, the funniest thing I've read about myself online.
Nothing.
Number 5, the candidate I am most afraid of.
None.
Number 6, Nigerians will vote with their stomach or their brains.
Their brains this time around.
Number 7, if not you, who?
None of that.
Thank you, Jide.
You're welcome.
We'll soon be wrapping up this episode of Politico Politica, but first, let's check out what's happening on the political landscape. Enjoy.
Politico Politica. Politics for everyone.
My brother and sister, make una hear my story. The election when they come, no be cash and carry. No sell your votes, no sell your PVC, no sell your conscience, no sell your future.
Polling units no be market o, but bad politicians don't turn am to bureau dey change. Your vote for your money, but that one bad o, because if you sell your vote, you sell your future. Your PVC na ticket to job, ticket to better health, ticket to power, ticket to better road, ticket to better life for you and your pikin dem. Dem dey try to bribe INEC officials too. Dem dey try snatch ballot paper and boxes, and when dem enter power, dem go recover their money and forget about you. When you accept their bribe, you lose the right to talk anymore. I beg, make we no sell our vote, make we no sell our PVC. Vote your conscience on election day. This message now from INEC. INEC, you make your vote to count, and our democracy stand gidigba.
No sell your future.
Politico Politica. Politics for everyone.
Welcome back to Politico Politica with me, your host, Isabella Akinseye. It's now time for our final word segment. So Jide, imagine you have one last breath and you have the audience, you have the ears, the eyes of Nigerians all over the world. What will you say to them? And please say that to your camera.
I will say you vote for personality. Don't vote for a party. I also tell you that you should not sell your vote for a morsel of a pot of porridge. Vote wisely.
Thank you, Jide, for coming on Politico Politica.
You're very welcome.
There you have it. Don't sell your vote for a pot of porridge. Vote wisely. And like we always say on the show, politics is not just for the old, it's not just for the young, it's for everyone. I'm Isabella Akinseye, reminding you to play your part and stay woke.